have any injuries? Your legs?
My sense is we're ahead of the game regionally because we've got protocols in place, we've done training, and we've done exercises. We still have a lot more to do to get faster and better.
Greens are going to go towards the breezeway if they can get up and walk.
A successful Operation Heat Shield. Miami Beach police and fire taking part in an active shooter scenario, working hard to stay one step ahead of violent scenarios, the kind sadly playing out more frequently across the country.
Any modern, enlightened city and modern, enlightened police and fire department has got to be on top of their game with regard to this, and we're trying our best.
For Miami Beach Police Chief Daniel Oates, this drill a reminder that deadly and destructive active shooter incidents could happen anywhere, anytime.
Denver Yankee 33 and Denver Yankee 35 were coming code 6.
Chief Oates at the helm of the Aurora Police Department when James Holmes went on a psychotic rampage, wounding 70 and killing 12 inside an Aurora, Colorado movie theater July 20th, 2012.
Within roughly 1 minute to a minute and a half, police officers were on scene and apprehended Mr. Holmes in the back of the theater.
There was a surreal quality about the entire day that it was hard to believe we were all going through what we were going through.
4 years later, lessons Chief Oates learned from that tragedy actively incorporated into the training for Miami Beach first responders. He is a leader with hands-on experience in incidents law enforcement and fire rescue hope never happen, but must be prepared for if they do.
The traditional model has always been the cops go in and deal with the threat, and only when the place is completely safe do we bring in the paramedics. Now the definition of completely safe is less than clear. Our firefighters are top shelf and they know exactly what to do when people are wounded. Our cops are top shelf and know exactly what to do to eliminate a threat. It's the choreography of doing both at once that is the challenge and needs practice and exercise.
Patients talking, respirations, how you feeling?
So that training is extremely critical because the day that the call comes in, if a call like that comes in, we're going to resort back to what we've been trained on.
A new type of cross-training in which police and fire work in tandem to mitigate threats and treat the injured quickly while keeping as many as possible safe.
Get him off, get him off, get him off, get him off, get him off. Tree, got moving past the tree. Get those tourniquets out, get those tourniquets, get that stopgap measure.
Thanks to funding from a $70,000 federal grant, Miami Beach, regional, and Coast Guard first responders recently taking part in a graphic, hands-on course designed to teach tactical emergency medical training. Based on lessons learned from military battlefields, Miami Beach first responders are taking knowledge of how to treat victims on the spot to a whole new level.
The combat medicine model is used for it. It's the tourniquets, hemostatic agent, which is a quick clot, the blood-stopping product that can be used if you can't use a tourniquet, chest seals, and individual first aid kits.
Exactly the kind of training, says Chief Oates, that not only medical first responders must have, but also police, who are often first on scene when such violence occurs. A lesson he learned firsthand in Aurora.
The most critical teaching point from the Aurora event was when you have mass casualties, you've got to get stop the bleeding, first aid to the most critically wounded right away. It's absolutely essential.
And what of civilians? An increasing number of businesses and organizations are offering similar emergency response training, basic knowledge to give would-be victims of an active shooter a fighting chance.
There's a whole discipline that's emerging around training civilians, the whole concept of run, hide, fight, that your first option is to flee the danger, your second option is to hide from the danger, and your final option, if you have no other, is to fight back.
Whether trained first responders or average citizens, we are living with a new reality, say experts, and facing new threats.
It is now something that both police and fire and our regular world is something that's happening, and we have to be prepared in order to respond.
Julia Yarbo, MBTV.